All right. Welcome to LVC. I'm Marcelo.
I'm assuming that's me, Tiana Lucas.
And I'm Lindsay Velasquez. And we're LVC. And you're watching Disney Channel.
Love that. Perfect segue into our topic. Lovely.
Yes.
And now
Disney
a word from
Channel
our
and
sponsor,
racism.
Oh no.
Bridge Wallet.
We're about to,
Protecting your wallets with RFID technology.
we're about to get sued. We're gonna get sued. It's great. So, as these two chaotic humans friggin' said, welcome to LVC. Today we're going to be talking about something that really should be talked about every day of the year, every month of the year, every single hour of every single day. Black History Month and Black people and why they're great.
Yes.
Oh man, I love that response.
Okay, so as you can see here, we are a podcast of people from different walks of life. I'm Afro-Caribbean. I don't know what you guys are. Sorry.
I'm half Mexican, half white. So, yeah.
And I'm fully Hispanic. I'm half Salvadorian and half Honduran.
The pure blood.
Pure blood.
In a sense.
which is awesome. And of course, we're going to be talking about Black History Month, why Black people are awesome, and overall just discussing some things that take place in the Black community. You're mostly going to be hearing a lot of the stuff that I've just kind of been scrolling through on the internet, and overall, we're just going to discuss some things.
Yeah.
So as teenagers, I'm gonna talk to you guys about what directly affects our generation, which is of course social media. Let's chat about it. So overall, Lindsay, you was getting ready to say something.
Yeah,
you were ready.
It's just like.
Well, yeah, because I mean, social media. First of all, social media consists of so many things. It's like Instagram, it's Snapchat, it's all of these different platforms, even from like movies and Netflix, and like there's just so much around us, and it's just so odd to me how there's so many of these different social platforms, but so little representation for like Black people, and it's like. That we have so much, we're literally surrounded by the internet all day, every day. Where's the representation?
I'm very happy that you said that. You made so many people happy just saying that.
So something interesting to support your point there. They've actually, so a really big issue that's actually coming up with social media is their increased usage of AI to help promote material. Because, social media, all it is a giant advertising scheme. It's using people's relationships between each other to advertise products to more people. That's its entire purpose. And so they're using AI to more efficiently bring feed that it thinks that people want, but it shows how racist the actual system is because the AI itself is extremely racist. For example, I forget which social media platform it was, but it was basically they had an auto sorting of like images and placement, and like it chose between a selection of images which one would be the best for the page, right? In the order that they were. And you know what? I think like almost 9 out of 10 times it put a white person on top, even if there were like a majority of Black people in the other images. It would constantly choose the other. Or it would pick which one would become more popular, and it would always pick the white one. Just almost time after time and time again, it just picks the white one.
Yeah, sorry, your facial expressions are just so intense, and I love that.
Oh my god, it's
okay. So now no one in the comments can say, oh, it's another Black girl ranting on Black History Month. Seen it, move on. Y'all see that it's
and what about it though? And what about it? Oh my god.
Yes.
Like,
Yes. So now no one can say that it's just Black people ranting about like, oh, this is an issue for Black people to talk about and only Black people. No, this is for everybody. Education is for everybody. Okay, educate yourselves.
for real.
And so, like, still on the AI side of things, because I think personally that AI being trained to do what humans do, it really shows how bad we are at our stuff. For example, just it's trained to just look at the image and profile of an individual being brought to court and put up the likelihood that that person is going to go to jail. Like, it was basically the system that would choose which people go to jail and which ones wouldn't. And almost 100% of the time, simply by being Black, it marked them as guilty.
Yes, which
And
is a
it
real
was
reality.
ridiculous. And it was just, and that's just based off of, because all an AI does, right? People think that AI have their own choices and whatnot. No, they don't. AI are very simple machines. They're basically taught based on these patterns, I produce these outputs. That's what an AI is. And if you give it bad data, it's going to give you bad or biased results. And if we just give it all the data we have and it shows a bias in its own performance, it shows that there's obviously a bias in our performance.
Exactly. Yeah.
That is really true. A lot of the what is it called? What is it called? A lot of things that happened over quarantine. I know everybody's ready to forget it. Small trigger warning here. I'm gonna say the word quarantine. I don't want anybody to be offended, but here's what happened during quarantine. A lot of stuff happened. One, we weren't able to go outside, and it was pretty bad. And then we had the killing of George Floyd, and everything exploded.
Yeah.
That's what it felt like, in my opinion. Because the one thing that was definitely very odd to me was that, one, how did this happen? How did this situation escalate to the point where now we have people who are who now they don't have to, but they are willingly going outside trying to protest the fact that someone got killed over absolutely positively nothing aside from their skin color. It makes no sense. And then one thing I even saw it on Instagram. I was just scrolling through. I forget what day it was. Another person died. This person wasn't Black, but they died in the same way George Floyd did. Someone was kneeling on this person's neck for like about 7 minutes or so, and they weren't Black. And I'm like, why is this a trend now? Why is it a trend that police officers are just thinking, oh yeah, if someone's not doing what we want, we have to kneel on their neck? That shouldn't be a trend. It shouldn't be a trend for anybody of any race ever.
Yeah.
But the fact that it happened, and now it has happened, now we have of course Black Lives Matter, and of course we all know we probably should know at least of some foundations, some funds that can be given to proper sources to defund the police. A lot of people are really scared of that. What defund the police means, it does not mean we get rid of the police entirely and let all the prisoners go and there's anarchy. That a lot of people seem to think that. Defund the police means take away the money that you're pouring into these people to brutalize minorities, especially African Americans, and to take that money, give back into the community and help them. They don't need policing. I don't need to be afraid to walk to school when I go to school. Like one time, during quarantine, I had to go outside to Aldi. I go outside to Aldi like almost all the time. Of course, I got my mask on. I have the receipts in my bag with my groceries. I'm not doing anything wrong. But I see a constable car, 2 of them, parked near my apartment building. And automatically I have to go, okay, how's this going to play out? That should not happen, ever.
Yeah.
Like no one should ever have to be afraid of seeing police cars in front of their home and going, what if they think I'm the criminal? No one should have to do that. And it is sad that some people live in this reality. It is utterly ridiculous. I know a lot of people, for some reason, think that Black Lives Matter somehow means that no one else's life matters. It's not what it is. It's not what it is. Okay?
Yeah.
All lives do matter. However, if you're still killing Black people, then clearly all lives don't matter because you're still killing me because of my skin tone. That doesn't make any sense. Yeah,
Exactly.
yes, there are Black cops. Yes, there are Black people. Yes, there are Black people who are killed by the cops. This doesn't mean that all cops are bad. However, we still need to understand that one, if you guys saw any pictures of, like, we even discussed this in TOK, any pictures of like the protests that happened during quarantine. The police came out of there looking legitimately like Call of Duty soldiers. I'm not even kidding. Like, just dressed up in riot gear with the shields and everything. They're pepper spraying people, rubber bullets, the works. Then when the Capitol happened, I'm sorry, I have to laugh at the Capitol happening because that was some blatant privilege right there.
It really was, yeah.
The fact that somebody got walked by an officer by the hand, gently being led
away from
down
the inside of the Capitol,
and they were legitimately trying to bust in, steal some records, or do whatever it was they were trying to go in and do there. I don't know what they was trying to do, but I know this: everyone stopped. The world was like, oh my God. These people literally tried to storm the Capitol, and they almost succeeded.
No, they did succeed. They got in.
Yeah, they did.
Well,
they got in. They stole very important documents. Like, a lot of very important documents were stolen. And actually, it's an ongoing security threat right now. There is a laptop in there that was basically, by stealing that one laptop, it leads to some very, they don't say what it actually leads to, but it's some very serious cybersecurity, very serious cybersecurity threats.
Great. We're all screwed.
Honestly, the one thing, I saw this video on Twitter of, like, all of these people of color janitors, or what's the word that they use now? Custodial. Yeah, because the custodial workers.
Like,
the custodial workers, like cleaning up after the insurrection happened, and the caption was like, "This is a perfect representation of America." Just the white people just coming in, destroying everything, and then the people of color coming in to clean everything up, clean up all their trash.
Not to mention, made all the stuff in the first place that got broken.
Exactly. Oh my God.
It was a mess. But of course, even during this time when social media, I know a lot of people on Instagram, maybe on your Twitter. I don't know any teenagers that use Twitter, but if you do, use Twitter, whatever, Snapchat, whatever you use. A lot of people kind of take for granted what your little smartphone, iPhone, Android, whatever phone you have does. And this is something I watched a YouTube video on, circling back somehow around to social media itself. There is this YouTuber that I watch. Her name is Aina, and everyone should watch this woman, okay? This woman is amazing. She hasn't been posting on YouTube a lot because she's taken a break from YouTube, but all of her other videos are super awesome. So Aina made this video, and I believe that it was definitely talking about the algorithms of Instagram. And like Marcella previously mentioned, the reason why you don't see a lot of representation of African Americans, Black people, is because that these features are designed to prioritize Eurocentric features. So if you're a Black person with a thin nose, or maybe you're a Black person with a unique eye color, like there are some African Americans who actually do have blue eyes, but also there's some African Americans who don't look like the dark skinned chocolate brown. They're like ethnically ambiguous, and they have lighter skin. These types of features are always what's pushed to the forefront and like just shrouded under the flimsy umbrella of representation. Representation does not just mean taking your local half black, half white girl and saying, "Oh yes, this is what Black people look like." No, Black people come in a variety of colors. Like there are other YouTubers like Nima Tang. Nima Tang has been on YouTube, I believe, for a very long time. She's very chill energies, makeup artist. You know, Jackie Aina is a lot more. You know, she's very energetic, very very happy. She's a Leo, so you know. People who do astrology will probably be like, "Oh yes, I know what that is." but yeah, there's also like Alyssa Ashley. She's another beauty YouTuber. There's one that I watch. Her name is Slim Roche. She does beauty kind of lifestyle content. She also has a podcast. You guys should listen to that as well. And there's a lot of great Black creators. I even watched and a lot of these what's it called? A lot of these Black creators are often overlooked because the algorithm says, yeah, you're probably not going to like this black person. So we're just going to point you in this direction here. The white direction.
We'll push them aside and we'll just pull these ones in.
Yeah. And there are of course, you know, a lot of other YouTubers too. There is one YouTuber. His name is Miles Jai. Miles Jai, he does weave reviews. This dude is chaotic, funny. I like him. People should do it. Should review him. I remember I recommended Mars watch this person. Mac Does It. Now, of course, Mac Does It is utterly chaotic and utterly funny. and I don't know how many people are gonna like his content, but I find it hilarious. There's even like for a lot of Black creators, even on YouTube who are YouTubers, they just kind of get pushed to the side. They don't get the recognition they deserve. It even happens in this kind of overlooking even happens in communities you wouldn't think it happened in. Like for instance, as I was reading this like Huffington Post on my phone, walking to the grocery store. There's even discrimination within the ASMR community. Literally, a lot of now. I don't know I don't even know how many people I are like, you know, know what ASMR is. Like they just genuinely don't know. I didn't know what it.
Hate it so much.
No, why?
So much.
Why?
Genuinely, I hate. But I don't like sound, constant like random noises. I don't like it.
But it's nice. But it's
not.
Nice.
I mean, I guess it depends on the type of. It depends on the type of ASMR. Like for me,
yes.
I don't listen to ASMR, but like I hate like the. This is gonna sound weird, but like the wet ASMR, like the ones where it's like people eating or like
I don't like crunching. I don't like crunching sounds. So those crunching ones, I don't like the sound of it.
Well, if I had to choose, if I had to, I would choose the crunching over like the weird moist.
Oh no, the chewing ones make me want to gag.
Do I have? I have a recommendation for y'all because y'all suck. Okay, first of all, in the ASMR community, okay, I can understand with you guys, maybe not to fall asleep to, but for me, because we all do IB, and IB is stressful as shit. So, what I do to fall asleep sometimes is I'll make a playlist of videos that I like for ASMR. Now, granted, I can't say that I would do maybe mukbangs or mukbangs, however you pronounce it. I know there's a proper way to pronounce it. I'm just not pronouncing it correctly. But maybe not to fall asleep. My general favorite video is a 40-minute long video. It is 40 minutes long, and it is a role play video. It is called the worst reviewed makeup artist does your makeup. Now, stop. Now, before you judge, okay? This specific video is by Anura's ASMR, okay? This lady is, first of all, her makeup is always on point. It is never bad in any of her videos ever. She always looks on point. She does positive affirmations, like whispering positive affirmations. That is fun, okay? That one I like a lot because I can replay that over and over, fall asleep every time. But even then, creators like her and Batala's ASMR, those are two black ASMR artists. They don't get a lot of recognition because the general face of ASMR is white. Sorry.
Yeah.
It generally is. I'm trying to find the video right now, genuinely, because I like this lady and everyone should watch her. Trying to find it. Here it is. This, y'all won't be able to see it on my phone. This lady right here. Her makeup is always on point. No one can tell me otherwise. Of course, she wears her job. So you know, very nice diversity there. Thank you. I genuinely found her through recommendations. So I guess YouTube is kind of making an effort this Black History Month. I don't know.
Yeah.
but it's nice. It's nice to see these people kind of curated to my taste. They're like, oh, okay, we see that you actually want to support people that look like you, for once. But you know, it's nice that they're trying. And even so, like other artists that other content creators that I already mentioned, like Jackie Aina, she doesn't do ASMR, but she does these like little whispering thing, like reacting to hate comments ASMR, because of course she's a Black content creator. Of course she's gonna get hate. She's gonna get hate comments. But look at this woman, okay? Look at this woman. Look at her eyeshadow.
Oh,
how does she get hate comments?
Exactly my point. She gets hate comments. This is, of course, she talks about things like for instance, the importance and the effects of knowing what skin bleaching is. That's a genuine concern in the African American community. Not a concern like, oh, this is we shouldn't just be doing this. I know some people. I know that from even a content creator. I'm just gonna shout out all the people that I like on YouTube. Sydney Black, okay? Sydney Black is one of those. If you guys know Bailey Sarian, this is someone who does. This is Sydney Black. She does like makeup murder mystery things. She talks about things like the truth about Malcolm X and the events that led to his death. Cool things like this. I mean, just looking at the thumbnails, you can clearly tell this is high quality content right here. But she's also a person who has a dark skin tone, but she has naturally blue eyes. And of course, because she's Black and she has naturally blue eyes, people bullied her a lot, which is wonderful for me. Can you see the glowing self-confidence there? Literally, I love how the standard in America is pale skin and blue eyes, and then when a Black person has that, they are still bullied for it. Love that.
That's also another big issue, is that Black people that have more Eurocentric features, they get bullied by their own community because of their Eurocentric features. And it's like,
actually,
that's not the point.
That is true.
What's funny is in my own family, on my mom's side, they have a lot more of a fondness towards Eurocentric features, because my younger brother, out of all of us, is the most white looking. He does have a darker skin tone, but it's barely an olive, and he's got like the olive skin tone. He's tall. He's got most of the features of like a white person would have, and he just looks like a white person who has a nice tan.
Yeah,
it's
I
basically
get that too.
Damn.
Yeah, in my family, it's the same. It's like me and my brother. I'm like very much darker than him. I'm not like dark, but like compared to him, I'm a brown person who's a white person. And
I feel that though.
Literally all throughout my childhood, it's like my mom was always like, stay inside so that you can get that like white complexion.
Oh no, not that. Oh no, not that. Oh no, not that.
It's like it's a very common thing in many like brown, like in the Hispanic culture, for just people to prefer more Eurocentric features than like indigenous, I guess, features, because I obviously have indigenous roots. And so like when I was little, I would always get made fun of my really black hair, and I always had like really long hair, and people would call me Indian, and I was like, what?
Stop the count.
So offensive.
Stop the count.
And then, but it's not like, even my brother has like a very like kind of wide set nose, and that's like a kind of like a Hispanic kind of black like feature. And because of that, my mom was always like, do this so your nose can like grow smaller, so you can shape your nose to become smaller.
That's not a thing.
And it's like,
that's not a thing.
And it's like, why can't, like, it's sad that obviously my mom has like, now she realizes how like harmful that was, but it's like, it's just sad how people still like they just try so hard to adhere to these beauty standards because I don't know, just because of insecurities. It's just so sad.
Well, and a lot of these things. Oh, yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say, the issue is, in a lot of cases, it actually does help them be more successful, and that's the really sad part.
Yeah, that's what Sydney Black was saying about bleaching skin. It's not all for vanity purposes. In some countries, some people are overlooked simply because of their skin tone. So in an effort to actually get a job, they will lighten their skin. And it's sad that this has to be the reality that they live in. This is the reality we're currently living in. I mean, hell, I even learned throughout quarantine, I learned more about discrimination against African Americans than I ever have in my entire life. Literally school did what?
Nothing.
Only slavery. And there was a lot of controversy surrounding this one star. I forget what her name is, but she says she's not going to teach her kids about slavery. I believe that her kids are Black. She's going to raise them, teaching them about historical figures like Mansa Musa, who was the richest Black person alive. And I think that's awesome. Rather than start your kids off with like the whole, oh, by the way, you look like the people who were enslaved like 1,000 years ago, and they were tossed off of boats to drown in the ocean. Like literally, ooh. That is like, when I say that, I mean that was the most traumatizing thing for me as a 5th grader, because they showed us this film where there were these slaves all chained to a boat, not chained to a boat, but chained up together. And there were like 20 people on this chain. One of these people got sick. Rather than to unchain this one sick person and, maybe, I don't know what they would do. They were going to toss him overboard. They tossed him overboard, but they didn't unchain any of the rest of them. None of them. So all 20 of those people died for no reason, because one person got sick. And that for me was traumatizing. It was traumatizing, because I went home that day and I cried. I went home and I cried because of 5th grade. 5th grade me was like, why was this a thing? Why did this need to happen?
Yeah, I think rough. I think it should still be taught, maybe not early on, but I think slavery is like it's an important and really sad part of Black history, unfortunately. And obviously, I don't think it should be like intense, like what you experienced, like that video. Jesus, like when you're a 5th grader. You're a 5th grader. Maybe not. Let's not delve into such serious topics.
Yeah, it was. The thing is, it wasn't even for the purpose of that. They just showed us that. I don't even remember what the lesson was. I just remember that part of the movie. Of the film we were watching. Yeah. Everything else could go out the window. It was a normal day. It was sunny outside. I watched that film and I was like, how dare the sun shine today? How dare the sun shine today? It was ugh. But even still, I'm glad I'm glad that this mom, this celebrity, is deciding to raise her kids, talking first about like
the successes.
Yes,
Yeah,
the
the
successes. Yes.
rather
thank you.
than
I
like,
can't talk.
the punishment,
Yes.
the
Rather than
undue
talk
punishment.
about yes, the undue punishment of being black. Even when I was researching in history about this stuff, it was a large, very large wake up call, but then also a confirmation of things that I already knew. Because when you're black and you research freaking slavery, it's like I knew this already happened, but still every time I look at it, it hurts my heart. Because like when
Yeah.
when I was researching this, it was a legal thing. This was a legal thing that white men could rape black women and they could get away with it by saying they were temporarily insane. They could get away with that. That was a thing and it existed. And I, and I was
Actually, if I remember correctly,
it
pleading
was
temporary insanity is still a thing.
yep, it is.
I don't know
But
how it applies now, but
I would hope it doesn't because that
yeah,
is stupid. How can you just randomly flip a switch on and be like, "Oh, temporary insanity. Yeah, let's do that." What?
It's crazy how much we're not taught in school. Like, obviously, I think in school they whitewash slavery so much so that like
Yes.
they don't make it seem like it was that bad. Like they're like, oh yeah, we like put them on plantations and that's it. That's it. That's all they say. But it's like,
Let's
bro,
talk about
they
the self-hatred.
they raped
Yes.
African American women. George Washington.
Not George Washington. Not George Washington. Not George Washington. You're gonna get so many people mad.
That makes me so angry because I saw this one beautiful piece of art. It was so like it just like hit my heart so much. It was like a picture of George Washington, but it kind of looked like the picture was kind of falling off, and as it was falling off, it was showing one of George Washington's slaves, a slave that he raped and had actual kids with, and I was just like, that is the actual reality of just the whole American history. It's like just white people, like white people covering up the stories of black people, and it's like, and it's like, terrible.
Can you not?
Like, why is it so? Why is history so whitewashed in America? It's just so. It's
the thing is
even the Civil War.
White people managed to get further faster, and then we're like, hey, let's beat up these people. First, white people had white slaves, and then but then white people were like, well, I don't want to randomly be labeled a slave, and they're like, all right, new rule: white people don't become slaves. And like, all right, now who do we make slaves?
Oh yeah, that is true. But there is one thing. I don't know where this quote is from. I don't know who said it first, but I will never forget these words of wisdom that I either heard or read. History is written by the winners. And of course, who always wins in America? White people. Always. Never. They somehow are always. I don't understand what this culture is. But in America specifically, white people can simultaneously play the victim and the victor. Does anyone else see a problem with that right there? No one?
How is that even possible? I don't know, but they make it work.
We don't know. They make it work. The privilege.
See, at the very least, I hope that it gets better in the future because last time I had read about it, within the next like couple decades, the minorities in the U.S. will outnumber the white majority, and but then that's minorities as a whole. The issue is it's not any one minority, and not all minorities are joined together because obviously there's also racism between minorities.
The self-hatred is real. One kid,
I think colorism.
Yes, one kid, I think he was mixed. I don't know what he was talking about. He was in my DI group, but he just randomly one day said, I don't even know how this conversation happened, but he's like, slavery actually wasn't that bad. It was just like the killing and stuff. And I nearly walked out the damn meeting. He said that. And I almost walked out the. Oh, it was so bad.
You should have gone out and walked out that door.
I should.
Yeah, you should have walked him out that door. He's been like, no.
Don't say this. But yeah, this happens a lot. Like even like I don't know. I think this is fun. This is just funny to me. But y'all remember that like Dr. Phil thing that happened where this girl who was about my skin tone over here saying that black people were ugly, and then it was found out that it was fake, and then like everybody was. I don't know.
Are you talking about that one episode where the girl was like, I'm actually white, I'm not black.
Yeah, like I have a figure like Kim Kardashian. I don't have problems. I'm like, girl. Like she's like, I have a figure like Kim Kardashian. I remember Mac Does It reacted to the video, and his amazing, iconic retort was, girl, last I checked, Kim Kardashian has at least one curve. I love it.
Oh, that's just so mean.
No, that was amazing. Okay, that was truthful, and it was amazing, and I loved every minute of it. It was awesome. But yeah, that actually does happen within the community. A lot of the colorism happens, but one of the things that I find just okay, this is something Jackie Aina even talked about. It's the difference between preferences, okay? Like are your preferences colorist or racist? And either way, they shouldn't be, but hey, you know what? We're not gonna tell you who you should date.
I don't understand preferences. I don't like the idea of preference, like racial preferences. That's what I mean. Because it's like, that's just so weird. Don't do that.
Yeah, but
don't do that.
But then again, in the real world, Lindsay, this is a confessions of a black girl. Sorry, but like generally speaking, a lot of the time whenever I say that, oh, you're pretty, I do mean that, because in the real world, if you put us side by side, they're gonna choose you. I'm sorry, but that's just, I don't make the rules. I don't make the rules, but that's the truth. Because you have straight hair, you have a lighter complexion than I do, and of course, of course, I don't personally for me, you don't have like the nose, the whatever it is that people find unattractive about me, whatever. I don't really care. But the thing is, in reality, in the society that we live in, you would be the preferred choice. And I'm just saying that. I don't make the rules. Don't get mad at me.
That I hate that that's how it has to be, but not that it has to be that way, but it just sucks because it's like, I don't know, just preferences. I'm talking about racial preferences, not really like, well, yeah, I guess in a sense, comparing us, it would be like.
I got a point, but I'm gonna let you finish talking first.
But the thing is that what I think it's okay to have maybe like in your specific community, white people cannot have preferences. I'm sorry. No matter, you can't have white people cannot have preferences for own white people or any. That's just the rule. But like if you're like, for me, I think it would be okay, like if I were to have a preference, like I think it would be okay if I had like a preference within my Hispanic community, just because if the reason for my preference for the Hispanic community was because I feel, what's it called, less judged.
You have a standard that needs to be upheld.
Because, or like I just feel more comfortable maybe around a Hispanic person because they would understand what I've gone through or stuff like that. So that's why I'm like, if you're like a black person and you prefer to be with black partners, that's okay, because it's like, well, you want to have a partner that understands what you're going through, and that makes complete sense.
There's also a cultural
but if you're a white
factor.
Person and you want white partners, that's completely different.
God.
That's racism. Don't do it.
Love that.
180 in your message just there. You're going on this like awesome, beautiful message, and then suddenly you're just like, and we're turning this train around and wrecking it right into a building, straight through it.
It's just like it's like white people. Why do you have to have white preferences? You go through like
nothing.
You don't go through discrimination, so it just doesn't make sense.
There is a lot of things. Like, this is something I read on a post, like this is a cis white male. I'm assuming a cisgender white male, because only a cisgender white male could make this comment. He's like, sometimes I don't feel safe. I feel ashamed of being white. Dude,
I've seen those.
Don't be ashamed of your privilege. You already got it. Just embrace it. Because honestly, a lot of us can't.
And then they blame it on people of color, and they're like, I feel ashamed because y'all make me feel ashamed. I'm like,
Do you think I like going to Walmart and then having you in the next aisle looking at me crazy while I'm trying to find a fucking blush, but I can't because y'all white asses is so pale and can whack any color. I gotta go to the friggin' it's the most annoying thing ever. I'm gonna have to bleep out like half of my sentences because I'm just cursing a lot. But anyway. But anyway, truthfully speaking, I understand what you mean. A lot of, even within the African American community, I saw they made a study on this, and it's sad to me. It is sad because they interviewed a bunch of black teenage boys, and they're like, "Would you date a black girl?" And they said, "Oh man, no." And they're like, "Why?" Well, because they got attitudes and they're bossy and then they're like, "Would you date a white girl?" They're like, "Oh yeah, man, for sure." And why? And they're like, "Why is that?" Because they let you do whatever you want. And I said,
the audacity.
Exactly. Audacity. And then this beautiful comment. They're like, okay, first off, trigger warning. they're this beautiful comment underneath the post said, it was quoting the guys like, why would you date a white girl? And they're like, because they let you do whatever you want. And the person underneath it said, sounds like rape. And I'm just like, well, I mean, if the facts are there.
Because the shoe fits.
If the shoe fits. Because generally speaking, this is what I think. I think the ideal woman, even now, kind of is. It's like for now, we definitely have a different image of what the ideal woman is, because of course a lot of our society rules are kind of influenced by our media, what we watch, music videos. We want people that look like Doja Cat, that look like Nicki Minaj, Megan Thee Stallion, Cardi B. We want people that look like that have that body type, or things like that. But we also still want the kind of Snow White idea, like kind of ditzy, a little too gullible, because what the heck, girl, the witch came like 3 times to your door and you still took the apple. She tried to poison you like 3 times, tried to kill you, like literally. You're like, I don't even know how, like, y'all ever read the version of Snow White where like the witch gave her a poisoned comb or something? She combed her hair and then she just like dead. How did that work? I genuinely want to know, how did that work? What kind of storybook logic was that?
I mean, there are some poisons that if they get through your skin can kill you.
It was the hair. I don't understand.
Well, I mean, like if it's like, I guess, soaked in it, and you're brushing your hair, and you're combing your hair, is going to be on your scalp and on your hands.
Actually, you know what's an even better question? Why would you accept a comb from a stranger? What kind of non-lice infected? You don't even know if they what they got. You don't know if they have like dandruff or whatever, man. Like, don't share combs. Don't do that.
It's just weird.
Yeah,
it is weird. Snow White was a weird fairy tale. Many things were up with that girl. Like, for one thing, the witch like offered, I don't know what this was, but I think it was like tightening a corset or something, and the witch tightened it so much that she passed out or something, and then the dwarves came, and like that's a version of Snow White that I saw one time, and then the dwarves came and they're like, "Don't open the door for anyone." The girl went and opened the door again 3 times. The witch almost killed her the 3rd time because she got the poison apple. And I'm just like, girl, the same person came 3 times trying to kill you. How does that work? Which is why I'm glad we have Disney role models like Princess Tiana. Princess Tiana, literally, she did not want to be a princess. She was working hard to get her dream. And the only reason that she didn't get it was because she's a woman. Disney probably, I don't think Disney mentioned the fact that she was a black woman trying to get a business, but that was kind of obvious if you look at it.
Yeah.
but still, it's a princess who wasn't just like, oh, here's a princess. She doesn't do anything. her main problem is her family hates her, and she's waiting for Prince Charming to come and rescue her. No, not Tiana. She was working for her goals. She was mourning. She was mourning her dad, realizing his dream. She was a hard worker. Her mom was the one telling her to settle down and slow down. That's how you know a hard worker. Parents always love telling their kids, "You're too lazy. You need to do more work."
Oh, I feel that.
Tiana was the kind of princess who was like, "No, I'm not waiting for a prince to come rescue me and take me to a castle. I'm going to buy my own castle through my own business, and it's going to be my prerogative." And then Prince Naveen was a nice character. She taught him how to cook. That was cute. That was cute. All the other Disney princes always have whack backstories. Like Cinderella's prince in like the original version, the dude was a wacko who chopped the heads off of like I was chopping heads off left and right. Like generally when like he was just it was a mess. And then with Ariel, Prince Eric almost married like Ursula. I remember that from a movie or some kind. He almost married Ursula because again he heard the voice. How do you fall in love with a voice before you fall in love with a person? That's my thing.
Ursula disguised herself as Ariel.
Yeah. But the fact that he didn't realize that wasn't Ariel, I'm sorry.
And then like also
in the movie, if I remember correctly, it was like the wedding day. So it's like if anything was happening weird, I guess he was just assuming that she was just nervous.
But my guy looked like the thing is he looked like he didn't want to marry her, but he didn't say anything. Like if this was real life, I'm sure he would have said, "You know what? I'm calling this off." You know what? Like, honestly. Because generally speaking, here's the thing. A lot of people, for some reason, like our generation specifically, they really, 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 really like the idea of dating, but we genuinely do not know how to do it. We genuinely don't know.
Yeah.
Like for me,
it just takes so much practice that we don't have time for.
I don't got time. I don't have energy. Like
exactly.
Like even for me, there a lot of the reason why I say I'm going to be single forever. That's kind of like a jokey thing, but at the same time, in the back of my head, I also know, okay, they don't want a black girl. They don't want to date a black girl. That's cool. I go on about my business. Like that's a genuine thing. It doesn't really hurt me when I see like all these couples, but sometimes I just kind of go like, I wonder what that would be like. And then I remember that I would be a terrible girlfriend, so no. No.
Oh God.
I mean that's a lot. That's the reality for a lot of black girls. Like when I was in middle school, this is my theory. Everybody has an ideal blank woman. And when I say that, I mean like an ideal specific nationality, ethnicity, whatever you want to put in there.
Yeah.
Because like for me, what the ideal black girl looked like when I was in middle school was like, really tall, like 5'8" tall, but not too tall, you know what I mean? And
yeah.
And then like also skinny curvy, not plus size curvy, skinny curvy with like, mink lashes. Cause for some reason, these middle schoolers somehow perfectly knew how to perfectly apply mink lashes without getting the eyelash glue all over their lids. And I thought it was magic because honestly, those things are hard. And then like just like the pouty lip with just clear gloss, and that's it. That's what the ideal black girl to me looked like to me growing up. And because I didn't fit that description, I was pretty nerdy, not very curvy, because again, middle schoolers, hello.
Yeah.
How is a middle schooler expected to be curvy? That's my biggest question.
Oh, you'd be surprised. These kids are growing up way too fast. Some girls are just growing up way too fast, and I think that this needs to stop. Genuinely.
Actually, they've shown that they've done research and shown that women and men are hitting puberty earlier and earlier.
I don't want that.
As
I
time is going along.
I don't want that. I want my child to stay a child forever and ever until the day I die. When I die, then she can become an adult. That's what I want. My child can become an adult when I'm dead.
Sorry to break it to Tiana, that will not be the case.
Of course, because I'm not going to have kids.
Ooh, dang. Hey, you can't have a kid that hits puberty too early if you don't have any.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, those are facts.
That is true. At first I was like, oh, I was definitely one of those girls like growing up. I had like dolls and stuff, but I can't be trusted to take care of dolls. I can't be trusted to take care of kids. Kids are a lot of work and a lot of money. First of all. So when I hear these stories of like girls who get pregnant in high school, I'm like, holy crap, what would I do if that ever happened to me? And I'm like, nope, never gonna happen. Could never happen. But you have to actually think about that. And a lot of these times, like even in the African American community, my mom is a big fan of like crime shows. So at 9 o'clock. So like at 12 o'clock at night, this is what I hear. Like that crime show, like Evil Lives Here. That's the theme song. Yeah, Evil Lives Here.
My mom does too. So it's like
at 12 o'clock at night, I'm like, you don't think that's a little creepy? And she's like, no. I'm like, okay. Good night, Mom. Love you. But
good night. Love you. Proceeds to listen to screams from the other room.
I mean, I got like
murder accusations.
No, I got Anura's ASMR. I'm good. Anura's ASMR is awesome. But like genuinely, there was this one girl. She, of course, black, who had a boyfriend. Of course, white. Now there's nothing wrong with having with a black girl dating a white person. At first, when I was in middle school, I was pretty in my feelings about it because I was like, wow, I don't see black on black love anymore. Because it's like I don't see African American couples with both partners being African American, and I was really in my feelings about that whenever I saw like a black cheerleader dating like a white football player. I'm like, girl, come on. Why him? Why?
Why him? You know y'all just gonna break up.
Exactly. And then, but like relating to the story, this black girl was in college, and she had to find out to her horror that her white boyfriend was only dating her so he could kill her. And I was just like, no, girl, you better run. Scary. No. That is terrifying. That is terrifying. That is like trust issues times 1,000 after that incident, bro. Like, who you gonna date now? No one. That's it. Never. Because dating violence. They have like those things in the girl's bathroom. Like if you have a boyfriend, a girlfriend, or a friend who you think is dating someone who is violent, who physically abuses them or like belittles them or something like that. They have those things in the bathroom with the little call for help things. And I'm like, how many cases of this does this have to happen for this to be put in the stalls of the bathroom? Not just on the door, not just on the walls, in the door of the stall of the friggin' it just hurts my heart.
It's very, very common.
It hurts my heart that this happens because first of all, teenagers, we don't know anything. We don't know anything. We don't know anything. What business do we have dating people? What business do we have having relationships with people who we're gonna ditch in 4 years? Because sometimes this is what I love. I love how some freshmen are so cool, are so excited to try and get a date with an upperclassman. Like, girl, we don't have time for this. We gotta get out of here.
Scares me. No, but like that to me, whenever freshmen date seniors, I'm like, y'all are like, that's borderline about to be statutory rape. You need to not do that. But anyway.
There's a definite age difference, and a lot of upperclassmen are adults at that point.
Yeah.
And you're a minor. And you've got to take into account that it's a minor dating an adult.
Yeah.
Exactly. And it's
weird.
just like, it is weird. And we as teenagers should really stop doing that. I'm not saying I don't want people being like, this girl is kind of bitter. But well, yes, I am. But point is,
That's beyond the point.
that,
That's a point for a different day.
I mean, yeah, I am kind of bitter, but I've also had experiences, like I've told you guys, all my like experiences of like guys making the dumbest mistakes of their lives. And when I say the dumbest mistakes, I mean just genuinely. Some guys, not all guys, some guys are okay. They're okay. They're sweet, but they always get overlooked because they're not the cool guy, the popular guy, or something like that. So of course they then see like media, which promotes these like jerky bad boy types who are just complete a-holes, and they're always just like, I'm disinterested in everything about your life. Some guy could genuinely care about your interests, but girls don't go for that guy. They never go for that guy, ever. Yeah. They always go for the guys that literally look like they could care less whether you just dropped down and died. And I don't understand why that's an aesthetic. That's not an aesthetic. That's not cool.
I think girls tend to go for those guys because those guys are usually the guys that are like the most good looking, and because those guys are like overly confident in themselves, and because they're so good looking, they feel like they can get anything in the world. Usually they're white people, and because of that,
tell the truth.
Because of that, they're like, I can do the bare minimum and this girl would like me, and that's the truth. And unfortunately that is the truth.
That is the truth.
And I'm not even gonna lie. Sucks. Yeah, it just sucks.
And I think a lot of the reasons, even in the African American community, a lot of girls kind of well, I mean, not all of us, but a lot of girls kind of feel like, well, if I get this white boy to like me, that means clearly I'm pretty. Clearly, because for some reason there's this thing like I know for some white folks, I don't know where they exist, but they exist. They just genuinely love to find black girls, but they will never marry them. They will never take them out on dates in public. They always have to be on the low key, on the low, like sneaking into the movie theaters together or meeting up at the date, not picking the girl up. And I don't understand why that's a thing. Because a lot of the time, I even saw a movie about this. This was a Medea movie. This white man was sleeping with this black woman. The black woman had this white man's kid. You know what the white man did? Went back to his wife, who was also white. And I don't understand why this is a thing. This is too much energy to be wasted on another human being. I don't understand it. I can't understand it.
I guess it's just they know that they love this other human being, but I guess it's just so.
It has to do with something going on.
Racism that these people have. It's like obviously like. It's not like in this case in that movie they just described. It sounds like he actually does love the black woman that he was dating, but maybe he was like he's just a racist at heart, and he was like,
Of course, he's a racist at heart because afterwards the white lady finally got her business together, and said, "Look, I am not going to be embarrassed by you. You're either gonna divorce me and go with that lady, or you are gonna come back to me and we are gonna have a family." And of course, you best believe Mr. White CEO, whatever he was like, "Oh, well, we can't be together. Sorry, I can't talk to you. Don't contact me ever again." To the black woman. And the black woman was stuck with his baby, and the only reason she had her job was because the white man wanted to be closer to her, and so he kept promoting her. That right there, I dislike that. And then of course the black lady's character was so in love. I guess in love. I'm not really sure. I quantify love differently, but whatever. Was so in love with like her. But like the relationship, I'm going to say in love with the relationship because honestly, human, we as teenagers and as human beings love the ideas of relationships, but we don't love relationships. And I'm gonna say this truthfully because honestly, I like the idea of having a boyfriend, a girlfriend, whatever. But do I do I genuinely want to put in the effort to possibly have an argument with somebody? No, I am not a confrontational person. I don't want to fight you. I'm gonna cut you off and you're gonna stay off. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I understand that. Like, I am so scared of having a relationship, but at the same time, it's like, it'd be nice to be in
cute.
one.
It'd be cute for like a little like mini challenge thing, like a little
Yeah.
mini challenge
Mini
or whatever
challenge.
for a game show.
A little YouTube vlog, a little challenge vlog.
like this is Bay. Okay, goodbye. Leave me alone. Text me my
For
friends.
It's speed run dating.
Yes.
Speed run relationships.
I hate whenever teachers call like activities like get to know you speed dating, because then I feel extra awkward because I'm like, I don't want to talk to this person even if we weren't dating in this hypothetical situation. Why would you call it speed dating? I don't want to. Genuinely speaking, all the crushes I have had in my life, they all had one thing in common. They were generally pretty decent-ish people. Decent-ish. Great. But of course, then I find something about them that I did not like, and I was like, yeah, no. Nah.
Yeah, that's I think that's a problem, especially with girls like now. We set that standard so high to the point where we're like, we need a perfect partner, and it's like we're not gonna find a perfect partner.
I don't want a perfect partner. I just genuinely want a person who does not talk about cars or wrestling or just anything. I mean, you could talk about cars and wrestling, I guess. I'm not gonna understand a word about it, but I don't mind if you talk about literally anything else. Anything else. Talk about constellations. I'm not gonna understand that either, but hell, I prefer that than cars.
Yeah, it'd be a lot more interesting.
I don't understand how people can talk about cars so much, to be quite frankly honest. It's an object that you sit in with four wheels.
Oh, no.
There's a slight amount of variety. I am under the impression that all modern cars are the exact same copy of each other. There's just a couple different breeds of them, and then they're all exact copies with just slight tweaks to them, like say, hey, here, have my homework, but don't copy it exactly. That's what all cars are. Like some older cars are actually like really nice, but like most cars now, like I can look outside down my street. I can look down my street and say, there's one
car, 2 car, 3 car. I don't know what brands they are.
About 3 different kinds. They're just all it's like reskins.
Okay, but this is a thing though. Like, I don't know what it is. For guys, it's sports, cars, some third option that I don't know about.
See, I just like both of those first two so much.
It's just I don't understand sports. There are some girls, they are very rare, and guys, if you have them, keep them forever and ever. That just love football. They adore football. Or like gamer girls. Gamer girls, oh my God, never talk to a guy about gamer girls. They will fall head over heels for gamer girls. They love them. It is just like,
I don't understand why there's such a preference there, because I'm always like, what? How is gaming your number one priority here? I mean, like I can get like gaming. It's fun.
I saw a post, like I don't know what it was, like some meme or whatever, just like a little image that said the reason if you get a gamer girl, here's why they're the perfect girlfriend. 1, they will never cheat on you. They'll be too busy playing video games. And I laughed.
Oh my God.
I loved everything about that. and then reason number 2, they will never say you're not paying enough attention to them because you're playing video games. I found that hilariously funny.
Or Larry, just one side note. with how many gamer girls, I guess would be the phrase, that are showing up now, how common do you think it's going to be whenever we're all older, gamer grandmas?
Oh God, never.
That would be so awesome.
There's a
Kill
few
that.
grandmas now. Like I've seen like the memes
Kill
about it. There's actually like this competitive
No.
grandmother who actually plays
Why?
competitive video games and
Why?
is actually decently ranked.
Oh God.
And it's just, I mean, like, okay, here's
Honest-
the issue though. Like, there's a prime time for being a competitive gamer, and that's actually about the age of 30,
No.
20 to 30. From then on, your hand-eye coordination and reaction time actually slow down, making it to where it's not optimal anymore.
Nope.
But that's just a side note.
Interesting.
Nope. I don't want it.
Honestly, I want to see a grandma playing Grand Theft Auto.
No.
That is all I want.
Just you gotta
Okay.
be the grandmother. You gotta be like, whenever your grandkids are like coming over to your house, you be like,
I ain't
in
having
my
kids.
day we played Grand Theft Auto 5.
Look.
Pull out your retro gaming system, the freaking, I don't know, I guess now would be the
PS5.
PS5 or the Xbox S.
Ugh.
Pull out your game, like I would pull out like my gaming computer over here and be like, in my day this was a decent machine. They're like, that thing could barely run a potato.
So when you're a grandfather, as if you aren't already one.
I'm not. Leave me alone. I am only a year older than you.
I had to sneak it in somehow.
No,
It would not
you
be it would not be an LVC podcast without the old joke. I'm sorry.
For real, we were all waiting for it to happen.
Yes.
All right, I guess we can end episode there. All right, guys.
You know what? Horrible.
Oh my god.
Horrible human.
Yeah, now I just noticed how sidetracked we just got.
Honestly,
We already got super sidetracked. We could talk about Black gamers, but I am not a gamer person. My favorite game ever has been Sonic the Hedgehog, and that is the game that I will stick with
Wait,
forever
on what
because
system?
I'm old. No.
What version?
Just
What system?
just Sonic the Hedgehog. That's
What
it.
version? Which system?
None.
Just
Don't
in general?
Don't no. The
You just
one,
say it's Sonic.
the Sonic the Hedgehog, where he's just like
It'd be like
collecting
saying-
coins and stuff.
It'd be like someone saying, "What's your specifically like your favorite food?"
Or
And you say
rings.
something with
I said-
noodles in it.
No. I said Sonic collects coins. Sonic collects rings. I'm an idiot.
Mario collects coins. Man,
Yeah.
I'm over here. I've got like so many gaming systems though. I actually have the original Mario cartridge, and I actually play it. Haven't beaten the game yet, surprisingly. I spent a whole day one time trying to beat it. It was so infuriating.
How how under the influence were you that day?
Not because I am a minor.
Exactly.
Okay.
And
Okay.
we don't
Exactly,
drink
and I don't do
shots.
those sorts of things, nor do I ever.
Okay, Gramps.
Why are you so mean to me?
I'm not mean to you. I'm mean to everybody.
That
Why
is
are you
true.
being mean to me now?
I'm always mean to you. Don't make it seem like these people gonna come on. They're like, oh my gosh, Marcella, we feel so bad for you.
Oh
They
no,
get to
actually, she
sit here
bullies me way more off the podcast.
You know what?
But the sad part is all of her bullying comments are true.
Let me pull up my receipts real quick.
No, all right, you're getting muted.
You really did that. Okay.
Oh wait, I actually can't
my
unmute her.
God.
Oh wow.
Wow.
No, actually, I can't unmute her. Can you please request to unmute so that I can?
I can
wait, no.
unmute myself. I'm an independent woman, motherfucker.
Well,
yes.
okay.
Yes.
No, I was trying to unmute you again, and then it
I know.
wouldn't let me.
I know. You're gonna have to bleep that one out too. Hold up. I'm still getting my receipts. Hold up.
Okay, muting time.
Oh wait, this is actually a cool character though. I'm just scrolling through through the pictures on my phone. Oh wait, I have to give a shout out to this human. I don't know who they are. I screenshotted them and I stupidly forgot forgot to put in their name, but this human is gorgeous. Look at this human. Look at this human. They're gorgeous.
God.
I follow a lot of African American, Black, Ghanaian, whatever, wherever you are from, where you are from. I follow a lot of artists on there, even though I cannot draw for nothing. I also follow a lot of. I've curated my algorithms to show me Black creator content. That's all I want. Of course, if I follow a fashion person, there might be a white person from time to time. Okay, but look, this one, Afro L magazine. This is their most recent post. Look at how gorgeous this woman is. First of all, iconic hair, iconic hair, just chilling on the beach. Gorgeous.
Absolutely.
And then there's
we're
like I just felt
awe over here. We're like, dang.
Yeah.
Gosh darn it. We can never meet that standard of beauty.
Honestly, no, we will never be able to. Because
thanks. Real vote of confidence there.
look, I am not a content creator. I just oh no, what did you do? Gramps, what did you do?
I'm not responding to that because I'm not a Gramps.
Whatever, Gramps. Okay, last Afro L magazine brag, but look at this. Look at this.
Oh wow.
Exactly. They post stuff like this all the time. Follow Afro L magazine on freaking Instagram because their content is awesome.
That's if I had social media. I just don't.
Gramps.
There's no algorithm to
have that
deal with if there is no algorithm. If I don't have any social media, there is no algorithm to deal with.
True. But oh wait. Oh, I need y'all to see this. No. This is a post from the Black Queen movement. Look at this. It says, "Mommy, are you a superhero?" And it says, "Honey, baby, I'm a Black woman in America. Superheroes ain't got nothing on me." I love that.
Yes. Oh my God.
Yes.
Absolutely.
My sister in the background. I'm saving that. I love this. This is the kind of content that I like to see on my feed. This is the type of things that you need to do. First off, go to the little whatever search button it is. I go on the search button. You see how there's mostly brown things here? Yeah, I prefer that. And then you just interact, engage, save an artist's work, leave a heart, do whatever. You're tired of seeing only white people on your feed? You gotta go in and actually rework the algorithm so that way it shows you the things that you want. And all those
white people, they're wasting your battery too. So much white is causing your screen to like just output white constantly. You're just wasting battery. Also, I gotta say, why does my light make me look white? I'm very confused right now because
okay, I'm gonna give you a little tip. I actually did buy at one time, like the little mini light you put on your phone, so that way you can do like Instagram ready selfies or whatever. Because I was like, I'm good. Yeah, I'm photogenic enough to put photos on Instagram. Sure, why not? I just put on makeup and stuff.
You are. Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Literally, your Instagram feed is. Wow, you need to post more on there.
I probably should. People just like, oh, you post six posts and you dead. All right, cool. I don't have to talk to you ever. I don't know. I just feel like after the first time I got Instagram, I posted some pictures like flowers and crud on there. Of course, I posted my Juneteenth video. That was fun. But overall, my life is not that interesting, and I don't like people knowing things about my life.
You don't have to put up posts about your life. You can literally just post pictures of yourself. Like,
yeah, really... but then this is how my brain works. Okay, when I was of course, this is what everyone dealt with. Y'all remember when they sat y'all down in friggin' in a friggin' classroom and they talked about cyberbullying and stuff?
Oh my God.
That's how my brain works. I go, wait a minute. What if I post this picture and someone just randomly comments the N-word under this picture, and then I get so depressed that I decide to spiral into that's how my brain thinks, and I'm like, delete. Nope, never touching that again. I can interact and engage with people. I text with a friend from time to time on Instagram, but like if I need to message somebody, I'm not gonna do it through like Instagram. You know what I mean? Yeah. Or even like you sometimes get those posts like like, or they give you messages like just a random message like, oh, hey, we think that you would be awesome to show off our brand. And I'm like, look, I posted 6 pictures. You don't know me. Don't send me messages like this. Don't do it. Like I don't mind the branding, but I know for people who are brand ambassadors, they have to show their face. I don't want to do that. Like if genuinely, if I was gonna support a brand, I can support a brand. I can repost your things on my stories. That's fine. But I don't want to show my face. I don't want to do that. Of course, I also follow a bunch of makeup artists too, because I just like, well, I like beauty content. I like makeup content. Of course, I prefer makeup that's actually made for my skin tone, which is brown, not gray. I don't understand why the makeup industry keeps putting gray and brown foundations. If
that doesn't make any sense. It's like, who has gray in their skin tone?
I don't know. This is mainly just a drugstore rant. Every Black girl can relate to this. You can't go to the drugstore and get like, there's very rarely can you get a good drugstore foundation that doesn't make you look gray. Like, you can put it on and it looks great in the mirror. An hour later, your face is somehow 3 shades lighter because gray, and then your arm or the rest of your skin, and it just annoys the bajinkies out of me.
I had one of my friends, I'm not gonna name them right now, and I remember that they put on foundation, and then she looked at me and she was like, Marcelo, is this too much foundation? Does it look bad? And I was like, I don't know how to put this politely, but it legit looks like you slapped ash on your face.
Yes.
Like,
you see
gray ash. On your face, plastered. And I was like,
I know we in COVID, but like, send a virtual hug to your friend, because genuinely, I feel that every freaking day. I can't go. But then there's also, like, for instance, supporting what's it called? Black owned businesses, like, for instance, Beauty Bakery. That's a Black owned makeup business. Mented, of course. There's, I think, is it the Lip Bar? I believe it's the Lip Bar. They have awesome lip products, as the name suggests. There are awesome Black owned, made by Black people. They're just like, not, I don't want to say for Black people, because for some reason, this is something that white people always ask. So, since you're a Black owned business, is this only for Black people? No,
it's like, for everybody. We're not racist like you guys.
You can use our stuff.
For real.
Just pay the money. We're not about, like, this is where Black owned businesses, they are actually smart. They're not cutting out the white people, because that's cutting out an entire audience and a possible profit. This doesn't make any sense to me, why some drugstore brands just do not carry properly brown foundation whatsoever, because then you're cutting out a possible profit. That is just bad business sense. It's just bad business.
Exactly. That's when you know it's not even about business. That's when you know that it's race, bro. That's when you know.
Exactly. I mean, even like Rihanna's new makeup line, Fenty. Granted, while I would love to have like makeup by Rihanna, Fenty is just unfortunately out of my pocket. Also, even brands like Mented, there are also Jackie Aina shouts out some good ones like Uma Beauty. I believe I'm pronouncing that right. OUN something Uma Beauty. I know that much. It is an awesome brand, and they actually make colors that fit me. which is nice, but unfortunately for me, because again, high school student that doesn't know how to do anything, that I unfortunately cannot buy these products at this time, because first of all, the reason they say charge what you think your product is worth, there's a lot of hate that kind of goes into that, I think, in the African American community, for people who are able to, establish people with a job and a house and a mortgage and stuff like that. They they can go on a Mented website and they can buy whatever products they want. You know, the concealer, the baking powders, the works. But if you don't have that, you kind of have to make do with what's in your environment. And unfortunately, I don't see a lot of like, I don't know. I wouldn't say like drugstore priced Black beauty brands. I want to see more of those actually. I generally don't know if many exist, but like I'm gonna research it because this is ridiculous. There's no reason why I should have to go to like I should be able to go to my local Kroger, right? And just get one thing. I don't need everything, just one thing. If I can change my entire skin color using one concealer that is literally just copy repeat with just tinges of yellow in it, because that's generally what foundations for Caucasian people look like to me. It is the same color over and over with just tinges of yellow in it. That's what it looks like. And if you're a pale person with red undertones, Jesus Christ, they love. The thing is, they love to, people with pale skin and dark undertones love to say that love to equate their struggles to that of the African American community.
That's a thing?
Yeah. Oh, girl.
I've never heard of that. That's
girl. Yes. Like for instance, I'm paler than a sheet of paper. This is an actual rant. I'm paler than a sheet of paper, and I need to mix foundations in order to get my proper shade. Why can't Black people do the same? And I'm just like,
wait, if you're white as a sheet of paper, how does any shade work?
That's my point.
How does anything work? Like, all you have are darker shades. Darker shades mixing together don't make a lighter shade.
You would think that, but there are some ways to kind of correct it, especially if you have like a lighter powder. Like, oh, you know what? Hold up, I'm gonna give y'all a quick mini YouTube lesson. I'm gonna be right back. Hold up.
All right, Lindsay. It's time for just the VC show.
Hi guys,
hey.
Welcome to VC with. Wait, what's VC in the morning? I don't know.
I'm back.
We're just getting started.
Yes, but okay. This is supposed to be a finishing powder, right? This is supposed to set your face after you're done. Mm-hmm. Look in here and tell me, what color do you see?
White.
That's white.
I'm supposed to put this on top of brown makeup, and it's supposed to somehow set my face and not make me look. You see this? This is pure. Look, swatch. Chalk. This is a drugstore setting powder. Of course, naturally, when you first swipe it on, it'll go on white. But if you put this over brown makeup, what is this gonna do? It's gonna make it look ashy. No one should have an ashy face. That is a crime, and it should be freaking illegal. It should be illegal. If it isn't, it's going to be made illegal.
All right. So note: don't put Tiana in office or in any position to make a choice like that.
Look here. I already got Michelle Obama in the White House. I am good. I'm good. I'm just waiting for her to run, for her and Kamala to run up, team up, do whatever, take over.
Oh my God, that
would
be amazing. Just have
it would be amazing. I'm just waiting. I'm just going to sit here and wait.
A minority woman president and a minority woman vice president.
Exactly.
At the same time.
That's all I need from life. Y'all don't need to elect me in office. I already got like four people that I want to see in office. Of course, we got Kamala Harris. We got Michelle Obama. There's one girl in my little sister's school who claims to be bisexual. She is Black and she wants to be president. I say go for it. You already got my vote. And of course, there's this young student that I'm tutoring who is very smart and she wants to be president as well. So I'm good with all four of them. Like, I already got my presidential candidates.
What about my friend? I told you that. Remember?
I know. I mentioned her, buddy.
You mentioned that?
Yes.
Wait, did you?
I thought you said it. Hold up a sec.
No, she was she said she was a lesbian. Remember?
Oh.
She had a boyfriend.
I have been informed that I am stupid. I am stupid. Never mind. I am stupid. Never mind. She identifies as lesbian, not bisexual. Pardon me. I'm an idiot. Excuse me. My little sister is very good at encouraging me.
Yeah. I can tell.
No, I mean, generally speaking, I'm not pessimistic. I'm a realist, but my little sister's the more optimistic person. Like, for instance,
I remember when I had optimism. It was great. Then
was that,
life
Gramps?
settled in.
When was that, Gramps? What year?
Way back yonder, before you were born.
So, well, 2003, sucker.
Hey, I mean, Lindsay, when were you born? What year?
2003.
Hey.
Okay. Gotcha. I'm over here 2002.
Yes, old.
Oh my God. So what's funny is that I was actually born the day after the cutoff point for going in at what would, if I had gone in at the correct time, whenever I, for my age, I would have actually already graduated. But I was born literally one day after the cutoff, like the maximum cutoff.
Oh,
And
yeah.
the fun thing was I actually had already started school in Hawaii a year earlier, even for my grade level. And then whenever we moved to Texas, they were like, oh, we can't do anything. Your child's just going to have to wait a whole year to do a whole year again.
Oh my God.
The educational system is great, man. It's
And
great.
what's really funny is that Samantha, her and I are 364 days apart from each other because she was born on the 21st of 2003. Yet we're both in the same grade level.
Today's a new day.
It's just funny. And then I think to myself, I'm just like, I could have been out of here already. I'm a year younger than my older brother, yet he's been out of high school for like 2 years now.
Oh my God.
This what is this? What is life?
And my sister, she's 2 years younger than me, but she's 1 grade behind me. So I'm a senior, she's a junior, yet she was born in 2004.
Oof. And the educational system is weird. We know that. We know.
Yeah.
But hey, here we are. One of the things. Okay, first off, we're gonna rant about IB, but not today. But well, maybe a little bit today. I already kind of started off, but anyway, one of the things my mom always told me when I was a kid, the reason why directly after I went to preschool, the teachers were like, "Do not send your kid to public school. She is too smart for that." And so then I ended up at a Catholic private school, which is not a bad thing. Yeah, remember, buddy, in New York? Talking to my little sister in the middle of a podcast. Love it.
Yep.
But yeah, that's when I realized, like, when I was growing up, the neighborhood I was in, any middle school, elementary school, high school, whatever, I would be zoned to. I'd have to do what a lot of Black kids did, which was pass through metal detectors on my way to school. And at first I didn't really get why this was a thing until actually I watched, I think what's it called? Mr. Iglesias on Netflix. Gabriel Iglesias is hilarious.
Oh my God, he is. I haven't actually watched like full of his like comedy sketches.
You need to.
All I've seen are his random like memes with him in it. And then also my mom, she really just loves to show me randomly. I love the one where he talks about like Disney versus Nickelodeon. And they have him put I love it. He's just like, they had me put a sound effect. They had me put an accent on a sound effect. Baroom.
Man, that was awesome. Yes.
It was fantastic.
Gabriel Iglesias is so funny. My mom and I like him a lot because genuinely, when I cannot figure out what to watch on YouTube, I'm just going to Gabriel Iglesias' videos because I'm like, I know this is gonna make me laugh, so do that.
Yeah.
But yeah,
my parents like absolutely love, Trevor Noah. I feel like everyone knows Trevor Noah.
Yes.
My
Trevor
parents
Noah's
they
awesome.
went to one of his shows once. I was so jealous because he
Jealous.
came to Houston and I was like, bro. And
You didn't take us?
They didn't take us. No, it was for their
How dare
stupid
you.
anniversary or something. It was rude.
Oh my
Your
God.
anniversary. Oh no.
Oh, God.
Yeah, we can't take the kids. It's our anniversary. We gonna get lit.
Oh my Lord. Actually, I don't really know that many content creators who are of minority descent, just because of the fact that I don't really have much social media, and I'm much more of a
It's okay,
tech.
Gramps.
I'm much more of a tech person. So like the thing is in the tech industry, you don't see many people who are non-white. Like my favorite channel, Linus Tech Tips, I'm pretty sure almost all of the staff is white, but that's because they're Canadian, and that's most of the. And
Canadians are
actually,
nice.
surprisingly, a lot of tech channels are Canadian. I've noticed that, and I'm like kind of confused because I'm like, I thought they would be like American, maybe.
Nah,
like
Americans too dumb for that. Sorry.
And I'm like,
We
but
too
Canada though, I never think of Canada as like a hub for technology. At least reviewing technology. And the thing is, they always talk about how there's like these extraordinary shipping fees to China, Canada from China, and then like from the US too. Like the difference in price is like over $150 between like shipping to the US versus shipping to Canada. And then like it's just like,
Well, dang. I'm glad. I guess that's one thing America's got, at least for shipping.
I mean, okay,
stuff
this is
from
really
Shein.
high-end computer parts, though. This isn't
Okay,
like
yeah.
your normal Amazon purchase. This is like you're ordering something that would be worth over like $1,500, and you're getting another $150 slapped on for for going to Canada.
Yeah, that's probably why I don't order computer parts.
Hey, this
I'm just saying.
hunk of metal beside me was all ordered online,
Yeah,
and it works.
because you are just that type of kid that really, 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 really likes tinkering around with technology. It's the wrong era for you, Gramps.
It really is. I'm outside of the era of technology where just the everyday sort of person could create something interesting, I guess, like computer related.
In which case, would you then be from the future? Like you just came back?
So like
genuinely.
the thing was is like even in the early 2000s, but in the pre-2000s, it was possible for you as a consumer to know exactly how every individual part worked and then rework said device. So like, for example, the older microprocessors, such as the 8086, that one, you could read a sheet of paper about everything about it. And then you could take that and build really anything you wanted based on the specifications. But now it's like, it's almost like a black box. You know how the parts associate with each other and how they interact with each other and how to fix things that happen, but you don't actually know what's going on the inside.
Who would want to do this is my question.
Me.
Oh, yes. Okay. Excuse me. Who besides this old man would want to know this?
A lot of people, actually. There's an entire thriving community about it. So,
Which I assume that you are a very contributive member to.
No, actually, surprisingly not. I don't contribute much to society.
You're 18, dude. You're supposed to.
No, I'm not. I don't have to. Society's failed me. Why do I have to succeed for it?
That is a fair point, but this is something that applies to every minority kid, no matter where you're from, where you live, wherever you go. If you make it as like an engineer or like some high-end job, you've made up a whole bunch. You made your parents happy, your ancestors. Everybody. That's a lot of the times why like first choice career. You're African American. Oh sure, you can be a
Wait.
doctor. Go right ahead.
Can I bring in a point?
All right,
My mom the other week said something to me, and oh my gosh, she was like, Marcelo, you've become a statistic. You're a Hispanic dishwasher at a Mexican restaurant. I'm like, gosh darn it.
Oh my god.
Give your mom a hug. Give your mom a hug.
I was like, wow.
Give your mom a hug. Oh my god. Your mom and my mom would get along great, actually.
Oh my god. I was like, wow. It's so true, but it hurts nonetheless.
I want you to give your
God.
mother a hug, bruv. That is
Yeah.
awesome. That is an awesome. But yes, that is generally, yeah.
Exactly like me.
Even currently, like you could be planning to do something in the future, but if your parents are minority parents, they're gonna be like, so when are you gonna actually succeed? You know, like
Oh my.
that.
You know, actually, surprisingly, my mom doesn't do that. Even though she is a minority. She's like, you guys have already done more